Ever played Dark Messiah of Might and Magic? Way back when Ubisoft was still doing great games? That was brilliant. This is kind of like that, except it's bad. Almost.
Another one. What a mess.
I did struggle to enjoy Testament, the Order of High Human, which alone as a title, it's a mouthful. Every single corner feels like a missed opportunity. I say that with a bit of sadness because it's rather expensive game, and also because it feels like the devs have put a lot of love into this. I just can't figure out how they got so close to a formula destined for success, but failed. When it comes to single-player video games, as far as I'm concerned, two things are very important. A sense that you are not alone. Yes, it's single-player, but you're not supposed to feel alone, and the narrative and everything has to engage with the player. And B, it has to have strong, good story. Here, thankfully, the main protagonist has a lot of inner dialogue, constantly talking to himself what to do next or reacting to what he sees around him. That really is good because it kind of gives you a feeling that you're not alone. Him talking like that keeps you awake and keeps you engaged. You get to play as a fallen king of these high humans, whatever they are. The story unveils itself throughout the game quite smoothly. You're not gonna get bored, and the hours do fly by. Before you know it, it's all over. What I felt to be roughly around 10 hours long of gameplay with a pretty strong narrative, and fortunately here, the most linear video game I've played in a very long time. By linear, I actually mean that you are not allowed to jump on a barrel, for example. You're not allowed to climb anything. You're not allowed to what may look like something that you can grab onto, but no, the game doesn't let you do absolutely nothing. You cannot stray away from the path. This type of level design is quite outdated, and it feels like I'm playing something from the early 2000s. There is no side exploration, nothing, straight ahead, that's it. In about 10 hours, you'll be finished. The whole thing kind of feels like it could have been released back in 2007, for example. Not even joking. The UI feels very old. The animations also feel like from a very old video game. When you're picking up an item, when you're using a spell to heal yourself, anything else feels outdated. Graphic wise, forest, grass, trees, even wall textures, everything looks great if this would have been released more than 10 years ago. Honestly, probably people would have been blown away back then, 2013, 2010, but not today. And for a very not impressive graphics, the performance is a bit lacking as well. 2K resolution here, everything pretty much set on high, and I'm struggling to hold 70 frames, dipping quite badly. I feel like this is a bit of a demanding game, considering it's indie, considering not a lot of people will buy it. Having bad performance kind of deteriorates the situation even more. The skill tree, it doesn't feel intuitive. It's probably one of the worst skill trees I've seen in a long time. I was struggling to understand what skill to take, but even worse, what skill can I have selected at one time? Bear with me. You don't know which one at first is passive, it's which one is active, and you really have to struggle and pay attention. You will not understand how to activate the skill. There's like a hub bar, sort of a circle situation, which I feel maybe could have been better implemented on a controller, but on a mouse and keyboard, it's a mess. I had no idea what freaking skill I selected, and it just didn't seem intuitive enough. That adds up to the frustration and adds up to not having a good gaming experience. Puzzle-wise, the situation doesn't get better, and this is where I almost uninstalled the game. I had to look it up on YouTube just to see how I can get past it. Oh boy, these are not Tomb Raider puzzles with Lara Croft where everything kind of falls into place if you just give it 10 minutes. Nope, I gave it about half an hour, and because the whole thing was so janky, I wasn't able to figure out the whole system. The puzzle interface is jank as hell, and it's not something rewarding. It feels tedious, and it feels like if you're not gonna get past it, you just might as well uninstall the game. For its pretty strong story, nice voice acting, I guess, lengthy gameplay, a lot of level design, but a lot of it feels wasted, almost retro-like vibe. Some skills, even though, oh boy, the combat is a bit jank, also the puzzle and everything in it feels like they're supposed to be offering us a very solid package. But at the end of it is just not well put together. Testament the Order of High Humans feels, like I said, like a missed opportunity. That's just a shame.
A common sword.